Namaste students. Today let us discuss about some of the cell organelles that are present inside the cell. Already we have noted down some other cell organelles. We have noted down their structures as well as functions. So we have discussed about various cell organelles like endoplasmic reticulum, ribosomes, Golgi complex, vacuoles, lysosomes, mitochondria, plastids, etc. So now let us discuss about cytoskeleton. So cytoskeleton is a network of filamentous proteinaceous structure. It is a network of filamentous proteinaceous structure present in the cytoplasm of cell. Network of filamentous proteinaceous structure present in cytoplasm of the cell. So we will see what are those filamentous proteinaceous structures that are present in the cytoplasm of a cell or that constitutes the cytoskeleton. So generally there are three distinct types or three different types of filamentous proteinaceous structures. They are microtubules, microfilaments and intermediate filaments. So all these together constitute the cytoskeleton of a cell. So this cytoskeleton has certain functions to play in the cell. So these cytoskeletons mainly provide support to the cell. So these cytoskeletons provide support to the cell. They help in motility of the cell. They provide support, they help in motility of the cell and they also maintain shape of a cell. They help in maintaining shape of a cell. So next let us discuss about cell organelles like cilia and flagella. So the cilia and flagella are outgrowths. They are the hair-like outgrowths from the cell membrane or plasma membrane. Cilia and flagella are thin hair-like outgrowths found in the cell membrane. Cilia is a plural form. Cilium is singular form. Flagella is a plural form. Flagellum is a singular form. So both cilia and flagella are hair-like outgrowths on the cell membrane. Okay. So among these, the cilia is very shorter, whereas flagella is longer outgrowth. Cilia is a shorter outgrowth and flagellum is a longer outgrowth. So we will see what is cilia. Cilia is a shorter outgrowth and it mainly acts like the oats. Okay. So because of the function of cilia like oats or it behaves like the oats and it mainly helps in movement of the cell or the movement of the peripheral fluid. Either the cell will be moved or the peripheral fluid will be moved. Okay, so it helps in movement of the cell or movement of the peripheral fluid. So next we will see what is flagellum. Flagellum is the long structure or the long outgrowth found in certain cells. Okay, they are found in both prokaryotes as well as eukaryotes, and their function is, or this flagellum or flagella are responsible mainly for the movement of the cell. Okay, so flagellum are longer outgrowths formed from the cell membrane. Their main function or they are helpful or they are responsible for the movement of a cell. Flagellum is found both in prokaryotic and eukaryotic cell, but the structure of a prokaryotic flagella is different from the structure of a eukaryotic flagella. So next let us discuss about the internal structure of the flagella. The structure of cilia and flagella shows that It is covered by a plasma membrane. This is the internal structure of cilium and flagella. It shows that it is covered by plasma membrane, and the core of this cilia and flagella is known as axoneme. The core is known as axoneme. So axoneme mainly has many large number of or many microtubules that are mainly arranged parallel to each other, especially parallel to the long axis of cilia and flagella. And towards the periphery, there are 9 pairs of doublets. You can count here, there are 9 pairs of doublets of peripheral microtubules. So these are peripheral microtubules. There are 9 pairs of doublets of peripheral microtubules. So these peripheral microtubules are connected to each other. They are interconnected. So they are mainly interconnected by interdoublet bridges. These 9 pairs of peripheral microtubules, they are interconnected by interdoublet bridges. Okay. And there are 9 radial spokes. You can observe here there are 9 radial spokes. These are the radial spokes. So this radial spoke is connected to one of the peripheral microtubule among the doublet. So there are 9 pairs of doublets. In that, the radial spoke is connected to the peripheral microtubule. So one of the radial spoke is connected to the microtubule, the other end is connected to the central sheath. So this is the central sheath. And towards the center of the axoneme, there is a pair of central microtubule. And this pair of central microtubules are also connected by bridges. Pair of central microtubules are also connected by bridges. Okay. So such an arrangement of microtubules. Now we have noted down there are large number of microtubules, and microtubules are arranged in 9+2 array. Microtubules are arranged in 9+2 array. Why do we call it as or refer it as 9+2 array? Because there are 9 pairs of peripheral microtubules towards the periphery and a pair of central microtubule towards the center. So this is referred to as 9+2 arrangement of microtubules in the axoneme of cilia and flagella. And the centrally located central microtubules are connected by bridges, as well as the peripheral microtubule. Doublets of peripheral microtubules are also connected by interdoublet bridges. And these central microtubules, they are enveloped or they are enclosed within the central sheath. Okay? These microtubules, central microtubules are enclosed within the central sheath. So connected to the central sheath, there are 9 radial spokes, and this radial spoke is connected to one of the peripheral microtubule, okay, among the doublets. So there are 9 radial spokes present. Cilium and flagella, they mainly emerge from centriole-like structure known as basal body. Okay, cilia and flagella mainly emerge from the basal body. So this is the structure of the cilia and flagella and the internal structure of cilia and flagella. So next, let us discuss about the centrosomes. Now let us discuss about centrosomes. Centrosomes are the organelles which mainly consist of 2 cylindrical structures, and they are known as centrioles. Okay? So centrosomes are organelles which consist of 2 cylindrical structures, and these 2 cylindrical structures are called centrioles. Always these centrioles lie perpendicular to each other. So 2 cylindrical structures are known as centrioles, and they always lie perpendicular to each other. And they are mainly surrounded by, so this is a single centriole, so they are mainly surrounded by pericentriolar material, amorphous pericentriolar material. So they are surrounded by They are surrounded by amorphous pericentriolar material. Pericentriolar material. And they are made up of 9 evenly spaced tubules or structures known as peripheral fibrils. So there are 9 evenly spaced peripheral fibrils. So these peripheral fibrils, they are made up of protein known as tubulin. Okay, there are 9 peripheral fibrils. 9 peripheral fibrils. So each fibril is made up of tubulin, protein, tubulin, and each peripheral fibril is a triplet. You can observe here each peripheral fibril is a triplet. So each peripheral fibril is a triplet, and the peripheral fibrils are linked to each other. One of the peripheral fibril is linked to the neighboring peripheral fibril. So they are connected to each other, or they are linked to each other. And towards the center, there is a proteinaceous core known as central hub. Or towards the center of the centriole, there is a proteinaceous core, and that is called as hub. So hub is the proteinaceous core that is found at the center of the centriole, and the proteinaceous core, that is hub, is connected to the peripheral fiber. They are connected by 9 radially arranged spokes. So there are 9 radially arranged spokes which connects the hub to the peripheral fibrils. Okay, so this is the structure of centrosomes or centrioles. So centrosome is an organelle that consists of pair of centrioles. The centrioles always lie perpendicular to each other, and each centriole is a structure having 9 peripheral fibrils, and each peripheral fibril is a triplet fibril, and they are connected by 9 spokes, and they are connected to with the help of the spokes to the central hub. Okay, and centrosomes or centrioles mainly help in forming the spindle fibers, and they form spindle apparatus, especially during cell division in animal cell. You know that animal cell has got centrioles or centrosomes, and these centrosomes or centrioles mainly form spindle fibers. So these spindle fibers together form an apparatus known as spindle apparatus. They mainly help in cell division, especially in animal cell. And in certain other cells, they form the basal body of the centriole, forms the basal body of flagella. So note down the functions of centrosomes or centrioles. The functions of centrosomes or centrioles are: they form the basal body of flagella. In addition to that, they form spindle fibers. Spindle fibers together form spindle apparatus, and spindle apparatus is formed especially during cell division in animal cell. During cell division in animal cell. And you have to remember that the plant cell lacks these centrioles. So spindle fibers are not formed from the centrioles in case of plant cell. So this is one of the major difference between the plant cell as well as animal cell. Animal cell has centrioles or centrosomes, plant cell lacks centrioles or centrosomes.